Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Christina, coming to you from the Catio. And I do want to apologize for my brief absence, but that is actually kind of part of today's convo. And today's convo, we are talking about pouring into yourself after narcissistic abuse. So, the past few weeks, I really made a point to kind of try to do things more for myself. After 18 years of being in a narcissistic abusive relationship, I was giving all my time and energy and pouring into him, making sure that nothing upset him, that his world was perfect. So I neglected myself for so long. So I started out by just doing a few things that brought me joy or happiness or that I haven't really done in a while. One, I did get my hair cut, which it desperately needed it. And they thinned it out, thank goodness, because of the Georgia heat. Our heat index today is over 107 here in central Georgia. So I'm very happy I was able to go finally get my hair cut. I also had the opportunity to visit with several neighbors and friends, even if it's brief, just for an hour or two, whether it be at my home or at their home. That definitely got me finally out of the house. I wasn't sitting here just solid for, the past few weeks. I forgot how nice it is to be around people who actually appreciate and enjoy your company, and you enjoy theirs as well. It's definitely a difference from when you're with the narc abuser and you come home and you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. You'd have no idea what to really expect on a day-to-day basis. So it was just nice being around people that are willing to pour into you and to bring you joy and happiness, and hopefully they feel the same way in return. Also, I was able to do just some work around my house, kind of did a deep clean. I did go ahead and work in the yard cutting grass, which I love to do. I did have to weed eat, and that wasn't exactly fun, but I got through it even in the heat. So that was enjoyable though, because I was able to look back and admire my work that I did for my own home and not worrying about maintaining my home and his home while paying his bills. It's kind of nice to be able to focus just on one residence for a change. So that was another thing in the past few weeks that I was spending time doing that I kind of enjoyed doing. I also made concrete plans for Halloween, which is absolutely my favorite holiday. And for the past 18, 19 years, my narc abuser and I had celebrated together. And we actually used to do an outdoor yard haunt in our front yard. And we'd have themes and different, characters. And it was lots of fun. But behind the scenes, he always tried to make it almost impossible and as miserable for me as as he could. So I was very concerned because I have not gone through my first Halloween yet without him. And so I actually am fortunate enough for the job I have and the place of employment that I am able to take all of my Halloween decorations, all of my costumes and prosthetics, and they are very excited to have me join the events team. And we're going to put together a spooktacular, which is going to be 2 indoor haunted houses, and then also a hayride and fall festival activities like bobbing for apples and the cakewalk and popcorn and cotton candy. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So super excited about that. And I also have been focusing more on my skincare, which is something that I very much find I enjoy, and it relaxes me, especially at the end of a long day and I take off all this makeup. It's nice to sit there and enjoy doing my skincare. And I did also freshen up some of my Botox and filler. So that made me very happy. And like I said, it's in the past few weeks I've been pouring back into myself rather than focusing on the ex-narc. And he continues, to ride up and down the street on his bicycle on the side street over here. And I just tend to ignore it because I'm moving on with my life, and I hope you all are as well. And that's really what today is about, this convo, is at some point, you have to stop reading the books, watching the videos, and you have to start to at least take baby steps to get out there and do stuff that brings you joy and fulfillment into your life, because they've already taken everything from you. Don't let them keep a hold of you. You have to start to move forward. And yes, it took me 9 months to even get to that point where I'm getting a haircut's a big deal. So you understand, if you've been in a narcissistic abusive relationship, you know how difficult it is to navigate life after one. But I'm very fortunate, as you all know, if you are, frequent my channel, you know that I am in BetterHelp therapy, and I have a fantastic therapist, and she has been really working with me now on building my self-esteem and talking to me really about how I view myself and my appearance. And we're taking baby steps to heal those wounds that was inflicted by the narcissist as well. And hopefully I can start really appreciating myself for my natural beauty and stop comparing myself to celebrities and wanting to look a certain way. But all in due time. I'm just getting through an acceptance of the narcissist abuse, and this is something else I know I need to work on for myself to live a happier, healthier life. And I hope that you're all doing this as well, because remember, you have to start to heal once you have, whether you've been discarded or whether you decided to leave the situation. You have to start to put yourself first as a priority and pour back into yourself. And that can be little things like I just described. That could be coming more in touch with spirituality, going possibly and finding places to volunteer and giving back to the community, and just finding ways that you can really come into your own as the new third version of yourself. And that's still going to take a lot of time. I am by no means there at all. But even though I'm taking those little steps, those are the steps in the right direction. I'm not trying to look in the past anymore. I'm trying to focus more on the present and definitely on the future. So we'll see how the next therapy session goes. But I hope you all, if you are coming out of that narcissistic abusive relationship, and I'm just know if you are in that situation still, I very much understand and I feel for you. But the best thing to do is to get out of it. And it's going to seem, I don't know, there's no timetable. For me, the first, I'd say 6 months was the hardest, probably the hardest and most low point of my entire life. And once you start turning that corner, you'll start to realize that, hey, I got to start doing things for myself. And I hope that you are all willing to start looking outside of just being in the house. And like I've done, I've self-isolated for so long. Even when I was with my narcissist, I was still alone, even though I was with him. But I'm learning now to be more independent and to trust my judgment. And those are, again, steps that we all need to be taking in order to get over, break the trauma bond, and start to move forward and past the narcissistic abuse. Yes, we're always going to remember how it felt, what it was like. But, and everybody, there is no duration of time. I've heard people say they've been in narcissistic abusive situations for 6 months, a year, 10 years, like me, 18 years, and even 20, 30 years. And once you get out of it, once you get through the panic, the anxiety, breaking the trauma bond, you're able to get to that next plateau where those instances of the panic, the anxiety attacks, all of that's happening less and less frequently, and it allows you to open up and focus a little bit more on yourself and a positive direction in your life. So anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I do plan on filming again more regularly, so check back in. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have another video for you guys. And until then, I hope you all take care, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.